What is up, YouTube? AVI back with another video. This is my 2016 Subaru Impreza 2.0i Limited, and we are going to do a 100,000 mile review on a one ownership vehicle. So let's get to it. So a little background about this car. I bought this car in late November 2015. I was actually looking at a Mitsubishi Lancer, like a base one. This was before I knew about anything about cars. So long story short, the Mitsubishi dealer kind of almost screwed us over, so we ended up going to Subaru, the next best thing, and here we are. We have a NA Subaru Impreza. So after a 7-year ownership and 101,586 miles later, I really had no major issues on this car. Some of them were quite my fault, some were not, and we'll get to them later in this video. Some things I'd like to just point out quickly. I always brought this car to the dealer. I know some people talk about Subaru's reliability, but if you just bring it to the dealer and they do the suggested services on them, you won't have any like major issues. For example, some people talk about Subaru's infamous blown head gaskets, things like that. But I had no real issues like that. So just bring it to the service, bring it to the dealer every 6,000 miles or so. The only times I haven't brought it to the dealer were just doing emissions, and so yeah, you really got to give this thing props. It's taken real good care of me after 7 years. So let's go more in depth about the car, some of the issues it's had, and some of the likes and dislikes. So starting with the front end, you can see here quickly I had some modded headlights that I added. I just like this for this reason. They have the C-Light DRL. This is a whole like headlight kit that you buy. You can watch the card above to check out that video. Going down, you can see I blacked out a lot of the chrome accents on the exterior of the vehicle. This does have fog lights. I usually keep them off. And the steering responsive fog lights do work. They're just kind of a little weird. I think just turning the steering wheel while one of the fog lights turns on is kind of weird, but they offer that. And just disabling that feature just has this big yellow button thing on the dash, which I just don't like. So, I just want to keep things clean and things like that. So another thing, customized license plate. That's really nothing. Here we got a carbon fiber aluminum mesh grill, if you will. They don't make these anymore. This is actually like a 2015 grill, and it fits just well enough. You can see here the bottom grill, that's been an issue for a while. It constantly pops out, and I just don't feel like putting it back together every time I drive. So I just leave it popped out. It hasn't fallen out or anything. It just kind of looks like that. And you guys might know Subaru has this rumored, I think, just bad paint quality. So I just had a bunch of rock chips over the years that I try to cover up with some of the touch up paint, and it's awful. I mean, there's a really bad one right here, a bunch new ones over here, things like that. So I do have the hood popped open, that's why it looks ajar like that. So let's check out the under the hood. So here's that 2-liter Subaru 4-cylinder boxer engine. It's running great. I had the serpentine belt replaced, things like that. I did add this radiator cap just for fun. STI, I wish, but other than that, nothing crazy. I had to refill the AC refrigerant once, and now it blows cold. So check out that video if you'd like. All right, coming along the sides, you notice the tires. Right now I have the Kellys. I don't really know what brand that is. Last time I had Continentals, before that were Yokohamas. And if you guys aren't aware, there's a Subaru Tires for Life program, which is another benefit. If you bring your car to the Subaru dealer all the time like I do, they're gonna give you tires for free, all 4. You just kind of have to qualify for that, which I have. And they've gave me no issues about that. It does take some time to get approved for that. So they did reimburse me a check, $600, so that's kind of nice. So yeah, so far so good. This is my 3rd set of tires, and yeah, that's pretty good benefit for Subaru. If it matters, I believe this is like my 4th set of windshield wipers. I'm gonna have to get another set. And just like the 60,000 mile review, obviously faded plastic. You get some plastic restore and fix that up really quick and nice. And for the windshield, no cracks or chips yet, just like very microscopic cracks on the windshield. That doesn't really matter. I do have some tint on the front, just a little bit up there, 5%, makes the car look cool. I think it looks cool. So coming around the sides, I do have the rain guards. They're supposed to fit a WRX. It kind of looks funny on my car, but it works. Tim and I did a video about doing that in the cold, I think a couple years ago, so card up there if you guys want to check it out. Side mirrors do have the light function, which is nice for the turn signal. Door handles were chrome, and I did black them out for that cool blackout look. And yeah, just all in all, car looks really good, I think, personally, than the newer generations. Yeah, it has a nice stance. Just one thing I don't like, actually, is you can kind of see those what do you call them? For when you jack up the car, you can kind of see them down there. I'll get a closer look here. Yeah, you can see those jack points right under there. I haven't really noticed them until, honestly, like a few years ago. I was like, wow, those are really noticeable, and I don't really like that. I believe 17-inch alloy wheels, they look good for Subaru product, so I may just want to black them out, but I mean, they look good just like that. Along here we have the back tinted as well, 5% on the back, 25% on the sides, if you guys didn't know. And then I also plasti dipped, smoked out these taillights just for a cool smoked out look. If they offered taillights for the Subaru Impreza 2.0i, I'd probably get them aftermarket if they got them. One more thing about these taillights, me and Tim, we tried doing like an LED upgrade on them, and actually doing them, they must have been like too high intensity, and they like blew out the fuses up front, and the car just wouldn't start. So that's just one thing to add. And quickly here, doom doom doom, merch drop. So just quickly, we have a little merch going on. If you guys want to buy, the cheapest thing is like $3 stickers. And then we got the magnets here for $4, and then we got t-shirts with options available. So check that out, link in the description, card above. And let's continue with the video. Subaru emblem from Subi Speed. Rip Kevin, if you guys didn't know, he got fired. I got these from Subi Speed. They're supposed to glow in the dark, and they don't. So check out that card or the video in our playlist. This spoiler is stock. I did plasti dip them myself. They're second time plasti dipped. Obviously you can see there's a little chip there going, so I'm gonna have to plasti dip again, or who knows. If you guys want, there's carbon fiber spoilers available. And you have the little shark fin up there, blacked out in plasti dip as well. Down here, can't forget, you got the exhaust system, nameless exhaust. Had that, one of the first mods I did to the car. Sounds really good. Check out the videos. Along the side, on this side, continued blacked out chrome. I did black out the gas cap. I do want it to take it off, but it's just such a pain to remove plasti dip. It's just better off that way. Let's see. Nothing really going on outside here minus the front bottom grille. Let's go check out the inside. So with the limited trim option, it's touchless go. You just put your hand on the door and it opens up for you. Here's the front door, driver's side. Nothing crazy going on. Just a little modification here, just a little Subi Speed chrome cap there. Keep hand sanitizer there because of COVID. And check out the interior. So 100,000 miles later, driver's side seat, it's looking pretty good, I think, for its age, 7 years. The only noticeable thing I see is there's a little wrinkle here, obviously, for me. And then just now, recently, there's like a little rip starting to happen. So if you guys are looking for seat reliability, that's about it that's happening. So it's pretty impressive. I mean, I kind of just slide on in Just drag this in and sit down. Along here, your SRF steering responsive fog lights, like I talked about, interior lighting adjustment, bunch of blinks that I hate, and traction off, which doesn't really do much. This is a mod in itself too, actually. I got this from Subi. There's a little door for the fuse box. Subaru has stock just the fuse box door, but this has a little room for storage, so I think that was pretty nifty. Floor mats from Subaru. Before, I used to not use them, and carpet still holds up, but yeah, that's how they look. Trunk door, fuel door. I wish they were, I could just push it myself, but that's not the case. Subi e-brake, little carbon fiber look, and a little metal touch. I use the e-brake a lot now just because to get used to the Eclipse, it's a manual transmission, so it's good to just have that handy and keep that as a good habit. Here's the CVT transmission. I drive this thing pretty hard, especially being the first owner. Being younger, I just used to slam these paddle shifters up and down and would rev the car super high, have fun with it. And so far so good. Nothing bad has happened. So I drive this thing pretty hard, I'd say. Let's go on the other side. Here we got some stuff in the door pockets. If you're listening to music pretty loud, this stuff rattles and it's kind of annoying, but that's expected. There's no felt lining or anything. All right, here we have our infotainment. Still runs pretty great. I usually like to go to this setting where you can go to split screen and you can have both navigation and audio split in two. It's kind of cool. No Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, which kind of sucks. I believe the 2017s and up did that, so I just missed it. Little storage here. It's great. I do have a dash cam running every time I use the car, and it's here. The reason it's on that side is because the Subaru has the lane departure warning and the collision alert stuff, so you got to keep it on one side actually. Glove compartment storage, pretty good. Keep all the service stuff there, and the passenger seat is doing pretty well, I'd say. Cup holder storage is great. Got to keep chapstick in hand for those cold months. And the phone, I always keep my phone in there. It fits perfectly right there. Plug it in. A lot of storage in there. Just got a bunch of stuff. One thing I want to mention, one of the issues, glove compartment. There's a blower fan that kind of got stuck, so there was no air going through the vents at one point. I might show a video of that, but that's nothing specific to Subaru. I believe the little rock just went in there, kind of lodged the blower fan, so that's all that's going on there. Back seats, little storage pocket here behind the seat. Nothing on the driver's side. I wish they did have one. And seats are still phenomenal. They're like never used. Wish I got a coupe instead. I barely have any passengers back here, so for the most part they're pretty clean. It's a door jamb, and yeah, everything is great here. So if you guys are still here, let's go for a quick drive. Here's the AVI shirt I was talking about. $25 starting. Let's put the e-brake down. Some things I just want to talk about. This car does have a sunroof. I do like it tilted, and it does move to the back. Some of the issues I'm having now, actually. This car, the exhaust manifold is actually rattling a bit. If you guys check out that video, you can kind of hear that rattle. Another thing I have going on that just kind of started last week is it kind of sounds like I have a flat tire going. It just kind of, but all the tires are fine, the pressure's great. But besides that, I'm gonna go check out what that issue is in my future service appointment. First, let's go downshift. Like I said, I still drive this car pretty hard. First gear. Whoa. So yeah, the car is not the fastest, but you can have some fun with it on your daily commutes. Like I said, this is a perfect daily driver to me just because you have that lane departure warning and the collision, cruise control, so it's adaptive as well. Bluetooth audio, phone, things like that. So you can't really go wrong with getting this car. I do want to mention, I don't really see a lot of limited Imprezas a lot. Thank you. Yeah, I don't see a lot of limited Imprezas a lot. I don't think they sell as much. People go for like the base model. I mean, you know, why would you pay so much for a limited? But my parents, they helped me pay. This car is paid off too, so warranty's all done. Don't have to worry about that. Just taxes and everything like that. Yeah, and that's just about it for this review. Hope you guys liked it. If you haven't, check out the 60,000 mile review. I know it doesn't make sense, but we did a 60,000 mile review. Now we're at 100,000, and later, you know, we'll possibly do a 150,000 mile if you guys want, if this car's still around. And I think that wraps up the video. So thank you guys for watching, liking, commenting, subscribing. Check out the merch, and just like that, yeah, out.